phonograph. I was a kid, I sat with an ear close, just listening. Was there when the rain tapped away down your face? You were a miracle, eyes just holding your space. World time has a way of throwing it all in your face. The past, she is haunted, the future is laced. Heartbreak, you know, drives a big black car. I swear I was in the backseat, just minding my own.
My name is Hazel Hart, and I'm from Illinois, a small town in west central Illinois. I've lived in Illinois all my life. Taught school 44 years there, and married a teacher. We have 3 children. 2 of them live in Southern California. That's why I'm here.
When were you born?
I was born in 1920, April 28, 1920, and I'll be 92 in April.
So you lived through the Depression in the United States. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
About the Depression, okay. I graduated from high school in 1938, and that was just in the deep Depression. I wanted to go to college. My mother wanted me to go, and each high school was given 1 scholarship, and it was offered to me, and I took it. I was valedictorian, so if I hadn't taken it, then the next one, until somebody wanted it. And so I lived in a home off campus and worked there for my room and board. I was supposed to give them 4 hours a day of work in exchange for my room and my keep. Each month my mother would try to give me $10, and I did borrow a little money. I think when I got through with my 2 years I owed about $50. So I got by pretty cheaply, and as I say, that was 1940, and I started teaching in a country school, little schools out in the country, and you'd have all 8, whatever children were in the district, whatever grades they were in. And I did that for about 7 years. Then I went into a small town and taught 6th grade for 16 years. Then I got my master's degree by going summers and night classes, and became a high school guidance counselor for 20 years. All of this in Illinois, west central Illinois.
Was the Mississippi a big part of your life?
Not really, because I wasn't a child there. I grew up at Wyoming, Illinois, which is 30 miles north of Peoria, which is it's the 2nd largest city in Illinois. And then I married, and we moved to this little town of Stronghurst. And we both taught there. Altogether I taught 44 years. When I was 68, I thought it was time to give it up.
So how old were you when you moved to California?
Oh, I haven't moved out here. I still have my home in Illinois, but I have 2 children live out here, and they thought I mustn't live in Illinois and might be icy. I said, well, don't you think I have sense enough to stay in if it's icy? I still have a car. That's my home. I'll go back in the spring.
So was your life limited during the war, World War II?
During the war. I was married then, and we were both teaching. And really, I guess I kept thinking my husband was going to get drafted. And had we been married after December 7th, we were married in September. If we'd waited till after the 7th of December, he would have been drafted at one point. And so he never did have to go. I was thankful. of that.
Yeah.
I did have a brother that was drafted, and he served on a destroyer. And oh gee, I used to know the name of it. It escapes me today. That's all right.
In the Pacific?
Yes, they were out trying to tease out the Japanese fleet at one time. That was the kind of thing they did.
Mm-hmm.
So,
December 7th was a memorable day.
oh yes.
What, can you describe what that was like? How old you were when that occurred, and do you have any memories
Well,
of
I
that
was
day?
about 23. We'd just been married a short time. And we heard it on the radio. It was on Sunday morning. And, you know, sad news, but so then we went out to my husband's mother to see her and told her what we'd heard, and she burst into tears. And that kind of surprised me, you know. Well, she'd been through the First World War. She knew what was coming. I was ignorant of it. And yes, it was not good.
So you've lived through Pearl Harbor and 9/11. Any similarities between those 2 days?
Well, not in my mind, not to me, because I wasn't really affected first class. First, didn't have anyone affected by them. So, knowing what other people were going to be going through, I was not happy about it. But,
How was How is your life different then versus now, like in the United States?
you mean when I was young? Well, of course, that was Depression times, and you did everything you could to be thrifty. And I remember my mother ran the house, bought the groceries, and all for $15 a week. So you know how things just didn't cost as much then as they do now. And of course there was gas rationing. We know that. And you also had to be careful with your tires because the tires were rationed then too. So now you just go out and buy whatever you want. Whatever you can afford, I guess, is the way to put that. Any other questions?
That's all.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice
I know.
talking to you. Nice meeting you.